Welcome, dear listeners. My name is Aman Sharma, and I am host of this channel. Tonight, I bring you a tale from a small, forgotten village, nestled deep within the forest. A village that harbored an unspeakable terror. The story of Raghav and Nitya. It's not for the faint-hearted, so I hope you're ready. Raghav was a simple man, living a happy life with his wife, Nitya. They were a picture of bliss, their days filled with love and laughter, untouched by the shadows of the world. The village was small, and life was simple, until one fateful day, the day she arrived. A woman came to their village, a stranger with no belongings, no past, and no purpose. Her name was unknown, but she carried herself like she belonged, slipping into the villagers' lives as though she had always been there. To everyone, she was nothing more than a lonely traveler, harmless, ordinary. But there was something about her, something that made the air heavier, the nights colder. And Nitya, kind-hearted as she was, didn't hesitate to befriend the mysterious woman. They spent hours together, laughing and chatting, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. Raghav felt uneasy. He couldn't explain it, but there was something off about that woman, something unnatural. One night, Raghav returned home later than usual. The house was eerily silent. "Nitya!" he called out, but no response came. The empty halls echoed back his words. Panic set in as he frantically searched every corner of their home. Nitya was nowhere to be found. He rushed out into the village, asking his neighbors if they had seen her. That's when an elderly villager grabbed his arm, eyes wide with fear, and whispered, "It's her. The witch. She's taken your wife to the jungle." Raghav's heart dropped. The witch? He had heard the whispers, the tales of a creature that roamed the woods, hiding under the guise of a woman by day and revealing her true form at night. He didn't believe them, until now. Without wasting a second, Raghav ran into the dense forest, calling out Nitya's name. The night was black as pitch, the trees twisting around him like skeletal hands. But then he heard it, a faint, haunting chant carried on the wind. He followed the sound, heart pounding, until he reached a cave hidden among the rocks. Inside, he saw her, Nitya. She was standing in the center of a circle of fire, her eyes vacant, her body motionless. And there, behind her, was the witch. Her once beautiful face now twisted and monstrous. She was muttering ancient words, preparing for a human sacrifice. With a roar, Raghav charged into the cave. The witch turned to him, her black eyes gleaming with malice. She lunged at him, her claws sharp and merciless. But Raghav fought with everything he had, dodging and striking, desperate to save his wife. The commotion drew the attention of the villagers, who arrived with torches and weapons in hand. Together, they overpowered the witch, tying her up and dragging her back to the village. The panchayat was convened immediately, and the verdict was clear. The witch would be burned alive for her crimes. That midnight, the men gathered in the center of the village, tying the witch to a pole. The women and children were locked safely in their homes. The head of the village stepped forward, torch in hand, and lit the fire beneath her feet. Flames roared to life, consuming her body. She screamed in agony, her voice echoing through the night. But then, she started laughing. Her cackling was inhuman, chilling every man to the bone. "You think this will end me?" she shrieked through the flames. "I curse this village. I curse you all." Her laughter didn't stop until her body turned to ash. The nightmare should have ended there, but it didn't. Raghav raced home, hoping to find peace in Nitya's embrace. Instead, he found her, burning, Flames danced across her body as she writhed in pain. Raghav grabbed a blanket, smothering the fire, and carried her to the hospital. Nitya survived, but her beautiful face, was gone. The doctors worked tirelessly, performing surgery after surgery. Weeks passed, and finally, the day came to remove the bandages. Raghav stood by her side, villagers gathering in the room to offer their support. The doctor began unwrapping her face, layer by layer. And then, the final layer came off. Gasps filled the room. The doctor stepped back. Raghav froze in horror. The face staring back at him wasn't Nitya's, because now she has the face of that witch. Her cursed laughter echoed in their minds, louder than ever. As this is just the beginning of the curse of Kuldara.